Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Xenonauts. So, my recording schedule is actually a little bit funky right now. Usually, I would not be recording this week, but I only recorded the one part last week. Because I didn't really have the time to go and do both. But if I don't record this part, there's going to end up being a week gap for this series. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and get the timer started. And let's continue. So, what is this that we shot down here? That was a battleship. I had considered doing it, and I just don't think we're going to be capable of doing a battleship right now. I really don't. So, we're not going to do it. Change of plans. See if you guys can take care of him up there. Wonderful. You guys have about half a day until you're repaired, and that's not gonna... He's probably not gonna be there by the time you finish repairing. I don't think Indochina has the range, unless he decides to spend more time out over in this area. Yeah, no, I think he's too far away. And now he's out of radar range. He might have even left. Soviet Union is not happy. In fact, they are very close to straight up just cutting all their funding. We don't have that much time left in the month. There's really nothing I can do about that. Would love to go and assault the fortress, but yeah, I don't think that's going to work out all that well for us, honestly. Do that. You're supposed to have Wolf because you're actually supposed to be a shield person. We're mostly waiting for Arena and Haruko to be ready to go back. I think once they're both ready to go back, we might be able to do that fortress. Maybe. Carrier detected in North America, strike cruiser in Indochina, battleship in Indochina, carrier in Africa, scout in Indochina. Oh no, the scout's actually in Europe. Slight change of plans. We're gonna go for the supply ship with those guys. Wonderful. And when daybreak happens, we will go ahead and assault it. But we need to wait for daybreak to come. We have 2 hours until you guys refuel. Okay, North Africa's ready to go again. Go ahead and shoot down the big dude. Of course, this guy now decides to come back. guys are still refueling. Damn it. Squadron 1 wasn't able to quite catch up to them. We're going to go ahead and send the Corsairs from Central America out to him. Nope, he's going to run away. Okay, Irina and Haruko are both ready to go. It's mostly Irina that I want. I don't care too much about Haruko. She's not that great. Yeah, I think that is all good. Let's go ahead and send Shrike 1 to go ahead and hit Crash Site 97. Wonder if we took care of that. Oh, Soviet Union's actually up a little bit right now, which is nice. I don't expect that to hold, but they are up a little bit right now, which is nice. You know, as long as we can get them up, I think we'll be okay with them, but yeah. Our issue is the Soviet Union is like just at the outer edges of our radar range, and there's a bit of a gap. A couple of gaps, actually, in our coverage of their region. And while our guys are fast, they're not quite fast enough actually to deal with the much larger ships. As a result, they just don't really manage to catch them if the enemy decides to run away and doesn't make a whole bunch of turns in the process. I did not pay attention to what is here. Just certainly a bad idea. But I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. Trying to think of what the fuck map this is. Okay, it is the little gray dudes. God, you don't have a good chance of hitting. I don't want you to waste all your TUs because I do want you to back off. Actually, how about you just get on the roof, okay? Just get on the roof. Be safe. And I'm gonna have you head over here. As per usual, the UFO is typically in an opposite corner of you. It depends a little bit on the size of the UFO, obviously, but it's probably, well, we can kind of see the flames when I rotate the camera just right and have my mouse cursor in just the right spot. So it is like right up here, right through this tunnel, or not tunnel, but this road right here, right up this street. Which, this is a terrible fucking design. This is literally large enough for a single vehicle, and yet it clearly has to be both an inlet and an outlet. This is just terrible design. Holy shit. Lucia, I would honestly much prefer for you not to be the one leading the charge, given the opportunity. Okay, we see another alien. Okay, we got some psionic dudes. I don't know if it's the little gray dudes or if they have something else that does psionics with them. Probably just them, though, if I had to make a guess. You don't have a shot because of the edge of the... or because of the roof. And the only spot where the roof no longer blocks you, you are now blocked by... Yeah, okay. We're not going to do that. Nobody seemed to come through here, which I'm a little surprised by. Not exactly a fan of that, to be honest. I mean, this building looks like it's clear. Let's have Lucia with a shotgun come over here and just sort of double check. Yeah, it looks all clear. That's great. Let's have Jakob get up on the roof. He can't crouch, but he should be safe where he is. Can I get you on the roof over here? I can. Can I get you in a spot where you're actually relatively safe as well, of course? And I want to say right here is probably fairly safe. Ruri will attempt to join you. She's going to be a little bit slower. Okay, you made a way for Lucia with the shotgun to get through, which is helpful. Obviously not really what I wanted you to do, but it is helpful. Oh, you didn't kill him, wow. I'm a little surprised you didn't kill him with that first shot. I really am. Okay. Can you make it up here now? Just barely. Just barely. You're going to be sitting right on the edge. You should probably be safe, especially if you crouch. You know, it makes you a little bit harder to hit, but it's not the greatest. It really isn't. Now, if I could just pull up the Xenopedia again, was it this one or was it a different UFO where it told us, hey, there's an area like on the roof that you can blow up with a, you know, explosive charge and you can come in from the top. I don't recall if that was the landing ship here or one of the other ones. See somebody. Okay. Just use 29 and back off. And crouch. Minimize your danger. I realistically should probably clear this building just to be on the safe side. So we're gonna do that. Can you not? You legitimately can't get to right here. Okay. That's a bit annoying. This should all be clear. Yeah. But, you know, double check. Okay, just saw another dude run out of the UFO. Based off where we lost sight of him, he's probably in this shed. Well, not shed, but, you know, this lot here. Parking garage? Probably, or maybe not a parking garage, but like a maintenance area for these vans, I would guess, is what it's supposed to be. Now our vehicle here can actually get in. We're probably going to want to take advantage of that. Oh no, he didn't quite make it. I think that's how we're going to deal with the dudes who decide to run out, which is a little weird. Normally the aliens don't run out of the UFO. In my experience, at least. They typically don't run out. Okay, now, if I thought you would be reasonably safe up on this roof, I would probably put you on that roof. But I'm not confident that you're actually going to be safe up there. Because there's, for one thing, no cover at all. And it's not high enough up that I think the enemy is likely to be obstructed in shooting you unless I put you way back here. Okay, there's a dude on that corner, it looks like. And I think that was Lucia. Yeah, that was Lucia, and that fucking hurt. Fuck you for hurting Lucia. Now I'm gonna have to be careful with her. Okay, that at least takes care of the bleeding. I'm going to have Lucia back off a little bit more. Rudy's going to be standing there. I can't have her crouch because she doesn't have enough TUs. And now I need to break a hole here. Yes, because I don't think there's enough space actually for you to get through here. You need one more, I think. I think you're a 3x2. Well, that guarantees you can fit through. Yeah, you're a 3x2. Or excuse me, a 3x3. Okay. They're trying to hit Irina for some reason with the psionics, which I don't know why. She has 99 bravery. Good fucking luck, guys. I mean, I don't mind you wasting your TUs. I really don't. It benefits me if you waste all your TUs. I don't think you have enough to make... Oh, no, you have just enough to make the swap. How about you go ahead and check to see if there's anybody behind this rail car. I assume no. Yeah. But just have to make sure. There is an opening in the fence here that you can make it through without running into fire or anything, so you're perfectly safe. And I can get the Hyperion into there. So, I don't think any aliens are going to be coming out now. So go ahead and head over to that roof that I was avoiding sending you guys to because I didn't think it was safe. I still don't think it's safe, but... it's definitely safer than when I previously said I didn't think it was safe. Jakob doesn't have the TUs to make it over there, though, so he's going to have to take the alternate route of getting back down on the ground for a turn. It looks like he should be able to make it over there next time. Okay, civilian. We had a couple of police officers. Where the hell did they go? Okay. Excuse me, not Arena. Lucia's probably gonna end up staying out here. At least for the initial breach. I will likely send her in after we've cleared out, like, the first floor or something. When I'm a little bit more confident that she's not gonna potentially get shot. I really don't want you to get too close to those explosive tanks. If we can avoid it. God, they're... like... who the hell has this many frickin' explosive tanks? Or, you know, barrels. In their warehouses? Okay, now they're trying to go for somebody who is weaker. Well, actually, I say weaker, but holy shit, Violet has ridiculous morale. So that was a lie. I don't know. Violet, why the hell do you have so much morale? You have 60 bravery, which is great, I guess, but holy shit. Why do you have 99 plus morale? Which is basically saying 100, but I guess it doesn't support triple digits for morale. So it just goes to 99 plus, which is weird. Because that is technically 3 digits. Not all numbers, but it is technically 3 digits. I want you off to the side here. I don't quite have enough time units to have Nelly get out there, so she's not going to head out this turn. I will have her open the door so she doesn't have to spend the TUs next time. I think basically any aliens that remain are all inside. She is not in the right spot to open that, I guess. Which kind of sucks. Now, my plan is going to be, I think... be to have the shield people open up the door. Have the Hyperion shoot in. Then looks like it's clearish. At least as clear as we can get. So we're gonna take a step inside. We already see somebody on the top floor. That is, I believe, the soldiers. I do not actually have a shot on him. In theory, he shouldn't have a shot on me either. In theory. But theories are largely irrelevant in XCOM style games. They really are. We're gonna close the door. Okay. Nelly became unnerved, which kind of sucks. And now she's fleeing, which also kind of sucks. Okay, now we see 2 people. And you do have a shot. Not great shots, but you do have a shot. There are 3 people upstairs. None of them you have good shots on. Open this door. Plow on inside. And get the fuck out, because if they do shoot you and by some miracle blow you up, they shouldn't blow you up. But if they did, for some reason, I don't want you to be there. Great job, Lucia, with a shield. But you're gonna be dead, because they're throwing grenade. Oh god, you resisted that. You actually resisted that and reaction fired him and then blew him to bits. Great fucking job. And that was... okay. That was much fewer than I expected. Lucia with the shield's gonna be out for 5 days. But I think she'll be fine. Lucia with the shotgun... no. No, this is the important Lucia. This is the Commander Lucia. With the rifle. She's going to be out for 4 days. A bunch of promotions to Lieutenant with Violet being promoted to Sergeant, and Irina here getting her Order of Terra mission. Or medal, rather. For limiting 20 extraterrestrials in combat. Jakob got nothing because he did nothing at all this mission. Are you gonna actually... No, he's gonna just keep fucking flying away. That damn air superiority fighter is really not doing a great job at the whole air superiority thing. Because it's kind of just not reacting to anything, and we're not gonna bother with that one. And I guess the rest of them have left. Oh, also, yes, let's check this. Does this say? No, it doesn't say, but I remember one of these. Oh, it was the cruiser. Yes, I believe it was the cruiser that specifically mentioned. Yes, here we go. Cruiser assault analysis, telling me that there are certain places in the rear or here at the front. Okay. I remember one of the UFOs that specifically told me, hey, here's the places you can place charges and be able to breach from a different area if you have them. Now, Europe actually went down. I thought Europe was supposed to be up a little bit, but okay. We'll survive. Europe and the Soviet Union are really not happy with us. But they'll get over it. Game, we are not detecting anything. Why am I going to be losing funding right now? That seems just a tad bit ridiculous. That, oh, nothing's happening, but we're going to go ahead and say you're going to lose funding. Unless it's because of the alien fortress down here in southern... Yes, it is because of the fortress in southern Africa. Okay, yeah, we're going to have to take care of that. I mean, I already knew we would at some point. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to take care of that because we are literally losing funding just passively because of its existence. Trying to think that I got about 17 minutes left on the timer, but as a fortress, that's probably not going to be done unless I make this a significantly longer part. Because I think that's basically the only way in which we can do that, is if I make this a significantly longer part. God. Lucia Vasilieva is such a fucking badass. She almost has 100 accuracy for the base. Admittedly, her actual holdback is actually strength. Because it's... Oh, no, never mind. Excuse me. That's with heavy weapons. And she doesn't use a heavy weapon because nobody uses heavy weapons. Why the hell would I use heavy weapons? Oh. Speaking of which, did I... No, I have not actually upgraded the Central America base. Yes, yes. Let's go ahead and transfer to the Central America base all of our plasma weaponry. Because, yeah, they could use it, I guess. Kinda, sorta. And we will sell the Jackal armor here, because I don't need it. That is the holdover. of me making just more stuff. Yeah, we're going to take care of that alien fortress, but I think it's going to wait till next time, because there's just not nearly enough time in this episode to deal with it. Wait for more stuff to spawn. Research. Another research. Research. You're far enough away, it's unlikely that the Indochina base is going to take care of anything else. Nothing else is spawning right now, so we're going to go ahead and... that's another research. They are very busy down here in sort of the Middle East Africa area right now, it seems. Nuke that, because we're not going to take care of it before it despawns. Oh, shit. We got a base attack. Theoretically, our defenses should be enough. I think. I'm like 90% certain that 3 mag batteries is enough to defend a base. I could be wrong, of course, but I'm like 90% certain it's enough. And even if it isn't, you know what? Civilians and Reapers, not actually that dangerous. Now, here's the thing. Unlike in OG XCOM, where you don't necessarily need to actually fill up the entire grid for your base, even for your main base, you don't necessarily have to do that. You kind of do here because of the way it works and because of the size of things. If memory serves me correctly, I believe in OG XCOM, laboratories and workshops are only a single tile, but here they're 1x2s. There's also a difference. You are forced to have this 2x2 central command center in Xenonauts, while in OG XCOM, the only thing you have to have at a base, period, is a single tile access lift. So as a result, in OG XCOM, you can design your bases in such a way where you don't take up the entire grid, and they're very easy to defend. Because sure, your hangars are 2x2 instead of 1x2, and so you're probably going to be limited to something like 3 or 4 hangars depending on the exact layout of your base and how much of the grid you want to fill out. But yeah, in OG XCOM, base defenses are actually pretty easy. Here, they can be kind of annoying. So I wouldn't mind showing one off, but I'm also in a case where I'd rather not have to fight one if I can avoid it. That's one of the reasons why I did put base defenses up, because I'd rather not fight them. I find them annoying in this game. I really do. Now, depending on how quickly it takes them to actually get here, our stuff might be rearmed. They didn't expend that much fuel, so if they rearm quickly enough, we can probably get them up in the air to shoot them down and prevent him from actually being able to launch his assault. I could attempt to send the Central America squadron out, but I don't think they have quite the range to actually make it. Especially if he does take a little while to actually make it to our base. Let's see, they're already at 27. Yeah, okay. Looks like he's not going to be quite beelining straight for the base necessarily, because they maybe don't know exactly where it is, I guess. Probably the best way to explain it. They have a general idea. They're like, okay, it's somewhere here in this region that they call Northern Africa. We don't know where. It's somewhere here. So fly around for a little while and find it. So we got a little bit of time. Don't really need to let you guys refuel, but if he starts beelining for the base because he finally detects it, I will scramble you. But in the meantime, I will let you wait and refuel, and then chase him down. And then we nuke him from orbit. Obviously not really, because it's an airstrike. You know, you don't really want to necessarily nuke the entirety of the Earth to deal with an alien invasion. You can do that in Terra Invicta, though, if you want. It's a terrible idea, theoretically. But in theory, you could do it. You could literally ruin the Earth to deal with an alien invasion. And I do plan to do a Let's Play of Terra Invicta when it comes out, eventually. I think it's supposed to be October, I think is what I saw. Or no. I'm thinking of a different game. They didn't give an exact release date, but it's supposed to be sometime, like, second half of this year. At the very least. Come on. Rearm a little bit faster, guys, because he's right there. It's not that I need you guys to deal with him right now, but I'd love... Okay, God, game scared me with that pop-up. Okay, he's literally right on top of you, and I don't think you have enough ammo to deal with him. Don't refuel. Go take care of him. Go take care of him. He's hanging out close enough to us that you guys should be able to deal with him. Come on. Come on. There you go. Great job. A little bit more fuel than I would have liked, admittedly. But you got him. What is in that UFO? 14 caissons. Double check my races, of course. Alien units. Caissons are, yes, those guys. Got 8 minutes left. You know what? I think we can do this without too much of an issue. As long as he doesn't take off like right before we arrive. Fuck, he took off right before we arrived. Because of course he did. We could have gotten it intact. Holy shit. It looked like he was about to try and attack the Shrike, and then he was like, nope, I'm gonna leave. Never mind. Change of plans. I think you guys are just slow enough that you don't gotta worry. No, actually, you are gonna potentially have a night mission. Go ahead and wait a little off to the side, a little to the south. No, you guys are fine. Just wait. Just wait. Make sure day has well past it, and then go. This is gonna be a bit of a longer part. Nice, easy mission. Let's go ahead and do it. Considering we still have some rookies we gotta train up, why not? Screw it. Maybe Yakup will get some actual experience this time around. Okay, that's clear. Ruri. This side is clear enough. Let's see if we can do the whole camera trick to find the UFO real quick. I mean, I already more or less know where it is. Particularly this size UFO is almost always literally the exact opposite corner, although we don't quite look to be in the corner. I think we're still close enough. Oof, that's a road to cross with 0 hedges. Not gonna be fun to cross, actually. I know that seems a bit surprising, potentially. We can't jump on top of the Shrike, damn. Oh, I was looking at the wrong person. You don't have the ability to go up. We could, but I don't know if you're actually walking or not, which is the important bit. Because theoretically, I'm not actually supposed to be able to end your turn if you're not on the ground at the end of your turn. Okay, we got a farmhouse here I need to clear. You don't have quite enough to use to get to where I want you to go. Neither does Jakob, so Jakob's gonna stay with you. Okay, Arena's gonna go with you guys. I think I screwed up my orders. Or, you know, my unit order, rather. But whatever. It's fine. Yeah, Nelly, you're gonna go with those guys. Violet. You go and stand next to Nelly. Somebody I think got killed. Off to a great start. Okay, but there are hedgerows on the other side, so I don't need to worry about, like, freaking D-Daying this or something. Well, I do not think that that is actually faster. I really don't. But screw it, game said that's what I'm gonna do. You can't do anything about it. Damn, you don't quite have enough to use to make it across. Let's just have you get as far as you can. With a little bit of despair and crouch. You can't quite make it across. Ruri can't quite make it across. God damn it, Ruri. Lucia's gonna have to clear this barn by herself. I do see blood there, so some alien is in this area. They might have been up here. They shot across the street to the civilian. Who I don't know if he's dead. I just know somebody got shot. Found him. Alien got killed. Either he bled to death or what I think is significantly more likely, of course, is civilian shot him. You have plenty to move after that. Not quite as far as I would have liked, but it's good enough. Push up a little. You push up a little. So everybody's going to push up just a little. I was going to say, and then, see, you're not going to go and use your jetpack, but that's because you don't actually have a jetpack. Does it actually cost more to move through these tall grass here, or the wheat, rather? I don't think it does. I guess if it does, maybe that's why you decided to use your jetpack? Oh, you done fucked up, buddy. Well, you would, if the Hyperion could actually shoot semi-accurately. But it's not super accurate. But we suppressed you. So that helps. You might attempt to run away? Probably not. No, you ran in closer. Now you've really done fucked up. Why the hell would you move closer? Seriously. How does that make any sense? Oh, I just saw this vehicle over here. I shot at it and it took no damage from me shooting at it. I'm gonna move closer. Okay. I mean, you can do it. It's a terrible plan. Found the UFO, and it is in a field of fire. Literally, a field of fire. So that's not going to be a fun place to assault right now. Come on, Civvy. Run to our transport. You are significantly safer over there than anywhere else. There's probably nobody up here, if we're being honest. Might as well check it out anyway. Yeah, you just fly over. Last few aliens are more than likely inside the UFO. It's usually how this stuff goes. God, I hate when the UFO is tucked right in the corner there, because it really makes it a pain to navigate your units into a position that works. Especially when you have to cross this giant field of fire, because it's set everything around it on fire. You don't have enough TUs to make it across, so don't try to do that. You're definitely safe as far as I can tell, so you can go ahead and do the risky run. There's at least one dude inside that we definitely saw, but there's obviously a couple more because they use psionics, and that's not something that has psionics. Blow open the door, and Hyperion's gonna sit there and watch. And then push up. Why are you going around? Seriously, why are you going around? Found you. Bad plan, buddy. Bad plan. Oh, nope. Shouldn't have done that, buddy. Shouldn't have done that. Oh, there's another one. You didn't get him. You can only see him when you were turned. Because somehow that makes sense. At least one more in there. Found him. There we go. And Jakob got some strength. Good for Jakob. Yeah, most people didn't really get much. Not too surprising. Apparently there was a local force, so dude with a shotgun was still alive somewhere. Don't know where he was, but he was still alive. Nobody took any damage? I think it was Nelly. Her shield did get shot, but she did not take any actual damage herself. She's perfectly safe, ready to move on to assault the alien base, assuming I do it next time, which we probably will, because we kind of have to. Southern Africa ain't exactly happy with us. They're actually at a poor region relation. Even though they're still giving us decent funding of about 250,000. You know. It's actually not too far behind the Middle East, who we have excellent relations with. So, yeah, we are gonna want to deal with that. Like I said. So we'll probably deal with it next time. Sell the Jackal armor because I don't need it. Again, we are just producing that so we have it. For extra money. Because money is important. It is one of the most important assets in like 90% of these games. Because if you are bankrupt, you can't hire more troops to replace the ones that are inevitably lost, as a result of either bad decisions or just plain terrible luck. So, I will see you all next time. Until then, quick reminder, if you want to support the channel financially, the two major ways to do that are either via Streamlabs or Patreon, depending upon which route you prefer to go. If you go Patreon, you get some goodies, such as early access to videos. If you go Streamlabs, you don't get any goodies, except for the warm, fuzzy feeling in your stomach that more of the money you give to the channel actually makes its way to the channel. Patreon is intended for doing consistent monthly support, while Streamlabs is originally designed around doing one time. However, they did a while back add the option to do monthly support. It's entirely up to you if you want to go and do that or not. It is appreciated if you choose to support the channel financially, because that allows me to be able to do things like upgrade my computer hardware, buy games. In fact, speaking of upgrading my computer hardware, this part is the first part of a Let's Play series that I have recorded after upgrading my graphics card from a AMD FX 5700 XT from Sapphire to a RTX 3080 12 gig from EVGA. As a result of prices coming down, particularly in the used market, the retail market has sort of had to adjust as well. And so I managed to get a decent-ish deal. And I can do these upgrades much more often, in the future if needed for whatever reason. I don't expect to have to do another upgrade like this in particular, upgrading the graphics card for a while. But nonetheless, if some major uplift in performance happens, financial support to the channel goes a long way, enabling me to be able to say, hey, new generation of graphics cards have come out. It is a significant performance uplift potentially. Just for example, at least for me, even if that is skipping a generation before doing the upgrade. And so yeah, if you financially support the channel, I can go ahead and much more easily be able to say, hey, I need to do that upgrade. Maybe not necessarily need, but it'd be great for the channel kind of thing. But it's up to you if you want to support the channel financially. If it's within your means and you enjoy the content, it is highly appreciated if you do it. Obviously, if you can't afford to do it, I would highly recommend that you don't. It just makes sense to do that. If you can't afford to do the $1, whatever it is you decide to give a month, don't do it. Save your money. When your financial situation improves, and if you're still watching the channel, maybe you can do it then if you feel so inclined. But yeah, also, if you want to stay up to date with the channel's, stay up to date with anything going on with the channel, changes to my schedule and the like, I would highly recommend you join the Discord. You can find links to that, or you can find a link to that as well down in the description. But until next time.